Last year, my real estate photography business shot thousands of homes that were listed for sale in Texas and lots of real estate videos. And on this video, I want to show you exactly how to get awesome real estate videos that your clients will love with just your iPhone. Now, we don't shoot with an iPhone at my photo business, but I understand when you're first getting started, you have to use the things you have available to you, and that for most people who are just starting, money is their constraint. You just don't have enough to buy the gear you quote unquote need, and the biggest mistake that creates for a lot of people is that they just wait. And I don't want you to wait. You can totally start shooting awesome real estate videos that your clients will love with just your iPhone, and on this video, I'm gonna break that whole process down for you. Number one, I'm gonna show you the video itself and talk about one of the most important parts of shooting good real estate video, which is the actual type of clips that you shoot, the composition of those shots, the movements you're doing in those shots, because that's what the birth of a good real estate video starts with, right? Is good video itself. Then I'm gonna talk about the editing process and how you can make or break your video in the editing process. And then number three, I'm gonna talk about how to actually launch real estate video in your business, even if you're just launching with an iPhone. And that means by the end of this video, I hope you're a whole lot more confident to add video to your list of services, because it's something that will make you a ton of money in this business. If you've heard me talk in other videos, you know that I'm all about increasing your average order value, the amount of money you get paid per shoot, and that's exactly what this video will help you do ultimately, is add video so that you can make more money. So here is a video that I shot yesterday on my iPhone, and honestly, this took me about 10 or 12 at the most minutes to shoot. So that's another thing that I think a lot of people mess up, is they think that video has to take forever, and it just doesn't. But that's not what we're talking about in this one. I want to actually show you the video, show you that it's a good real estate video. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it deliverable to a client and a video that they're going to love and that's better than most real estate video out there? Absolutely. And again, at my business, we would charge something like $250 for this. So it doesn't have to be the best video of all time. Remember, this is all shot on iPhone with no stabilization apart from just what's in the phone itself. So there's no gimbal or anything like that. I was just hand holding my iPhone. So right there, you can see actually my reflection, hand holding the phone, just the iPhone, nothing else. So you can see overall that that's a pretty good real estate video. Sure, there were some things that could be improved. Number one, there were a couple clips that just weren't perfectly stable because again, I wasn't using any type of stabilizer. So you could, if you wanted to actually shoot for clients with your iPhone, you could get something like the DJI Osmo Mobile. That's gonna be a gimbal for your phone that will make it even smoother. But I didn't shoot this video with that, and you don't have to. I would say the main reason to get an Osmo Mobile, yeah, it'll make your clips a little bit more stable, but it'll just look more professional in front of your clients. And I think that's most people's biggest worry about shooting with an iPhone. I think that's for the most part solved with one of those gimbals. And that's because, like I said, the two things that are gonna make or break your real estate video are the way you shoot the clips and the way you edit them, not the gear you use. So yeah, it's better if your clients think they can't do it themselves, but even if they try to do it themselves, they're gonna quickly realize that it's more than just using an iPhone. Like, the camera's not making the results. It's of course how you use it to get those results. So the first thing that we're gonna talk about is the type of clips that I actually showed and shot in this video. You'll notice that number one, there were no panning type shots. The reason for that is because those shots often make a video look older style, right? Because back in the day, quote unquote, back in the day, 10 years ago, most people that shot real estate video had to shoot on a tripod because they didn't have the stabilization technology and cameras that they have today, or just the gimbals, like the ones made by DJI. And it wasn't as realistic to bring one of those more Hollywood style gimbals into a house. So they shot on a tripod with a fluid head. And if you're on a tripod, your only motion is limited to this, panning, right? And so just doing pans in a real estate video today kind of makes the video look more dated. So we'll do the opposite, right? We're gonna do parallax shots where we turn like this. It's the opposite of a pan. You obviously can't do that on a tripod. And we're also gonna do a lot of just really simple push-in shots and pull-out shots and slider shots. We wanna take advantage of the fact that we're not stuck on a tripod because that's what's gonna make a video look more modern. So moving over to the video, I'll show you some examples of those. This is virtually just a push-in shot. I just tilted up while I was doing it. Here's another shot where I'm just pushing in. Here's kind of like a parallax, almost a pan style shot, but it's just for a detail shot, so that's acceptable. Push in, kind of, I did a slight turn, parallax, push in, slider, parallax type shot, push in, slider. Do you see how I just go through like the same 4 camera movements? You can actually make an awesome real estate video without even doing any of these like fancier, like this parallax style. I hate to use the word fancy because it's pretty simple, but that's the harder movement to do. And they make for a smooth cinematic video that looks great. Again, the goal here is not to make the best real estate video of all time. If you're gonna wanna do that, number one, you're not gonna do it on an iPhone. And number two, you're not gonna shoot the house in 12 minutes like I did in this video. What I'm showing you how to do is create volume real estate videos that your clients will like, that you're able to actually realistically do for like $250, get in and out and make good money. So that's the most important part, is just getting these shots to be smooth. Now, one tip I wanna give you is people's tendency when they first shoot a real estate video is to move more than they need to. Now, while these type of clips are like pretty straightforward to shoot, I mean, there's really 3. There's gonna be a push in, a slider, and a parallax type shot, right? So those are the only 3 shots you have to know. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they first start shooting real estate video is too much movement. So when you're looking at that little phone screen or camera or whatever it is, this one isn't specific to iPhone, you're gonna have this tendency to wanna take like 4 steps for a push-in shot. You don't even need to move for a push-in shot. You just kind of rock back and you just push in your whole body without taking a step and kind of pivot on your feet. So one of the bigger beginner mistakes is people just having way too much motion. Their video looks fast, it's not smooth. And anytime you take a step, you're gonna introduce some of that like camera shake into the video. So just keep it smooth. Push in and pull out shots. If you just do push-ins, your editor can reverse it to get the opposite effect when they're editing. Number 2, slider shots. Just sliding. Again, you don't even have to take a step. You can just pivot on your waist, basically. And the third one is a parallax shot. What a parallax shot is, let's say this mic is the center of the frame. I'm going to basically keep this mic centered and I'm gonna rotate around it. And I'll show you an example of that in the video here. So this shot right here is kind of a parallax style. So you can do this more in a more dramatic way. Like I could make this shot continue until I wrapped around to the other side, you can see here. But that's an example of a parallax. And then there's one on the table. Like this is a parallax type shot. A lot of times those are used for like chandeliers or any kind of detail shot because it's just a more modern version of a pan. And here are the actual clips themselves that we sent to an editor to make this real estate video. You can see that I kind of overshot. I mean, this is closer to 40, I think it was 41. Yeah, 41 total files. Each of these shots is relatively short. So if I open this, you can see it's a 5-second clip. Just a smooth panning shot, nothing special. And that's what we're sending to the editor. Now, one thing I wanna point out here is that when I said 12 minutes, I actually over-exaggerated how long it took. Here's the first clip. If I choose get info, it was shot at 2:40 p.m. And then the last one, the very last clip that I shot was at 2:49 p.m. So do I think you could probably spend a little bit longer and get a higher quality video? Yes, but this video is all about showing you that it's possible to shoot good video on an iPhone. And so I didn't want to make it an unfair thing and spend 2 hours trying to get the best clips of all time. Like I literally shot this video in 9 minutes. Now, as far as the rest of the clips, you'll notice they're all about in that time frame. I think 41 clips is probably overkill. But each clip was really short, so it was easy for the editor to work with. You can see this one was 3 seconds and didn't really overthink it. I just went through and shot a bunch of clips, keeping true to those 3 shot types, and that's the final video. And that leads me to the second part of the 3 things that I want to talk about with you today, which is the editor that you choose or the way the video is edited is going to make or break the final video. So the video that I showed you was a pretty modern editing style. It used upbeat music, it used a couple of speed ramps, no cross dissolve, any type of weird fade transitions, and that's what people like when it comes to real estate video today, which are the shots that look like these, where you kind of like zoom in, and that's all done in post-production. That was in the editing. That wasn't me running towards this outdoor set. So what I recommend is, as a real estate photographer, you do not need to learn how to edit good real estate videos. I think that is a complete waste of your time and your money, because you can charge $250, maybe even $300, $350 for a pretty basic 1-minute video like this. And the editing cost, if you use a good editor, is gonna be anywhere from $45 to $75. So like 20% of the cost and the editing is where most of the make or break it comes from. Like a good real estate video can come from bad initial source clips And a bad real estate video can come from good clips. And so you trying to learn not only how to shoot real estate video, but also spending your time to learn how to be a good video editor, in my opinion, is a complete waste of time. I think it would be much better to send that video off to an editor and use that time to get more clients, do more shoots, whatever it is that's actually gonna move your business forward. And the third thing that I wanna talk to you about, and arguably the most important, is that one of the main reasons that people don't have the average order value that they could, meaning they don't make the money that they could, is because they think video is complicated. It overwhelms them, creates fear for them, and they just decide, hey, until I can do it right, I'm not gonna do it. And so I see a lot of real estate photographers that are just that, right? They're real estate photographers and they could be making so much more money if they just added video to their list of services. That's the first step. And the truth is, you're probably gonna be better than you think. Your clients are probably gonna like the results. And the real truth is, the only way you're gonna get better is by actually doing real estate video in the first place. So I hope this video showed you a little bit about how to shoot good real estate videos. And the last thing I wanna leave you with is the most important thing when it comes to growing your real estate photo business and making money, if that's your goal, which if you're watching this video, I would imagine it is actually doing that, right? Is growing your business and making money. And the way you do that is by providing services like video, even if it's not perfect, even if you're not fully confident, and providing great customer service, and then finding customers that you can provide that great service and those great products to. And the only way you do that is by not focusing on making your videos and your photos and all that stuff better. That's not what brings clients into your business. You got to get those so they're good enough so agents will love them. And then after that, your focus is to get clients. And that's exactly what we help people with in my coaching program. We'd love to help you do the same thing, whether you've not done a single shoot before, you've never touched a camera, and you really want to make a real estate media business, you want to grow a real estate media business, we can help you. And if you already have a business, you're doing 10, 15, 20 grand a month, you want to scale and take it to the next level, we'd love to help you as well. So you'll find the link to that below, and I'll see you in the next video.